So he's going to attack one of the tadpoles, and he finishes it off. So you watch as he, after seeing his buddy, he lets out this battle cry, takes his spear, and just starts stabbing wildly, hitting the thing, and just eviscerating it.
Is it dead?
It is dead. So there's only one left. But it is now the tadpole's turn. And it's going to attack and miss.
Great. I'm going to run up to it and just stab it with my sword.
Make an attack roll.
Natural 20.
All right.
That's going to be... It's going to be 14 magical slashing damage.
All right. So once you regain your composure after seeing the guard fall to his death, or fall to his knees dead, you take a deep breath, center yourself, open your eyes, and with a quick slash, you cut the creature in half.
All right, I'm going to walk up to the... I'm going to pump one lay on hands into each of the 4 people.
All right.
To try to stabilize them. And then I'm just going to fall back onto the ground.
All
just
right.
Be like...
You see the guards kind of gather around their fallen comrade, and they cross his arms over his chest, and they pick him up, and you kind of see another guard picking up the tadpoles, and he says, "We'll burn them, just like you said."
Good.
You see the town folk, they kind of get up, and the doctor's there. He's wrapping bandages around their wounds. And then eventually you kind of just sit there for maybe 10, 15 minutes just watching as people just start to disperse and you're left alone in the town square.
Great. I'm going to... Is there an inn? Is there a place for me to stay? Is there a...
There's an inn.
Okay, I'll go to the inn.
Alright, as you enter, you can see there's not anybody in here except the bartender who seems to be just reading a book.
Hey, can I stay here?
He kind of looks up and says, "You got 2 silver?"
I just saved your entire town from an incursion of frog people, chest-bursting frog people. You think I could maybe, stay for the night for free?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay, persuasion. That's going to be... That's a 17.
He kind of looks you up and down and says, "Fine, it's not like I get that much business anyways." And he reaches underneath and pulls out a key and hucks it to you, and he says, "First door on the left."
Cool. I'm going to go in.
Alright, it's a small room with 2 beds.
I'm
desk.
going to...
Go ahead.
I'm going to lock the door. I'm going to cast alarm on the room.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to disrobe and is there a place for me to bathe in this place?
It doesn't look like they have bathhouses or showers or anything like that. You get the idea that water is kind of scarce in the desert.
Great. Marvelous. Cool. So I guess I'll just disrobe and just collapse in the bed and try to go to sleep.
Alright.
Wait and sleep until morning.
You lay down in the bed and pass out, and your dreams are filled with nightmares of tadpoles.
Ugh.
You eventually do come to, though, in the morning, the light shining in. You had a restful night's sleep. You did have some nightmares, but nothing too severe.
Alright. So I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm going to put all my armor back on and everything and go out to the doctor.
Alright.
Alright, when I get there, I'm going to ask him, I'm going to say, "Doctor, anyone still say they're suffering from chest pains?"
You see he's tending to some of the wounded that were brought in last night, and he kind of says, "No one with chest pains. Plenty of people with back pains, but no people with chest pains."
Cool. You studied Slod, right?
He goes, in the college, I was interested in them. Why?
Do you have any idea how to summon them or bring them here? Because there are those that still got out of the people and ran off.
He goes, I honestly couldn't tell you about how to summon them.
Well. Well. Have fun, or do your best trying to heal these people. I'm probably going to be leaving this town today. Thanks for the help. And I'm just going to walk out.
He kind of says, wait a moment, and he kind of reaches out and he pulls his little sack and he hands it to you.
All right.
And he says, these are some herbs.
Okay.
They won't heal your wounds, but they will treat the pain. Consider it a gift.
Thank you. And I'll put them in my bag.
All right. And he kind of just stands there for a moment before nodding and heading back to tending to the wounded.
All right. I'm gonna go to the guard captain.
All right.
Go inside and be like, so, any trouble with any creatures since last night?
He goes, no reports of anything strange. I've got my men combing the city for these Slod.
Alright, well, if the... Have you had any sightings or anything?
He just kind of shakes his head and says, no giant frogs.
Okay, well, I'm probably going to take my way out. Or be on my way, rather. Yeah. I was informed by your guardsmen that there was somewhat of a reward for handling this situation.
He goes, yes, how can I forget?
Yes.
And he disappears into a back room and he comes back out with quite a large sack. And he kind of just outstretches it and hands it to you. And he says, about 100 silver and 50 gold.
Much obliged.
And he goes, well, you did a lot for us. You saved a lot of people. If only you had come here sooner, we may have been able to save even more.
Yes. Well, you have my... How much money is it?
100 silver and 50 gold.
100 silver and 50 gold. Okay. Alright, I'm going to be on my way. I'm going to head back out into the... on my travels. But, yeah. Have a nice day, and hopefully your town isn't plagued by any more creatures.
He goes, I will pray for that at night.
Yes. I'm very tired. I'm just gonna walk out and kind of just get all my things, make sure they're all, heavily faceted to my body, and just walk out into the
desert.
Into the desert on my way. I'm gonna go through my head just thinking, like, where would the Slods go? Like, where would they, like, the ones that got out of people, killed them, and then ran off? Like, would they stay in town, or would they, like, go towards something?
You don't know?
Roll an Arcana check. Ooh, that's pretty good. That is a 22 in Arcana.
All right. So as you begin your travels, you rack your brain thinking, why would the Slod What would they be doing? You get the idea that the Slod, they are independent creatures. They can do as they wish.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe if they found themselves in a situation where they didn't have any other Slod to communicate with, they might just leave. Or they might take over the town. You're not sure. The fact that people had been dying for a few weeks, but no reports of adult Slod had been given, was kind of odd.
So they're leaving. They're going somewhere else.
That's the vibe you get.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make my way through the desert. Gosh, I don't even know where I'm going. I need to. I'm just gonna pick a direction. Do I know which way where the next town is?
Make a survival check.
Oh gosh. Oh no. That's a 9.
9. As you
Where am I?
As you exit the city limits, you begin to walk until you come across that same cart that you had left the night before.
Is his body still there?
His body is still there, but the produce is still there as well.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna take a match and just light the cart on fire.
All right. You stand there as the cart slowly encompasses with flame.
Cool. Yeah. I guess I'll keep going in that. I'm gonna keep going in the direction that I saw the guy come from. The guy that met him.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in that direction. Yeah. Just travel that way through the desert.
All right. As you begin your long trek, a few hours pass as the sun begins to bake you. You have been traveling in the desert previously, so it's not too bad.
And I'm a tiefling. I'm resistant to fire.
You're resistant to fire.
Yeah. I'm in my element.
But after about maybe 6 hours of travel from when you left in the morning, it's about mid-afternoon when in the distance you see a large plume of sand kind of rising up. And you can see it is heading in your direction.
Oh shit, it's a fucking sandstorm. Fuck, what do I do? Do I have any spells that can protect me from this? No. I have Shield of Faith. Are there any dunes that are facing towards facing away toward, I'm gonna look around. Do I see any structures or anything I can hide in while there's a sandstorm?
Make a perception check.
Oh shit. Fuck. Okay, that is an 11. I have a passive perception of 16 though.
We'll use that.
Okay.
As you see the sandstorm getting closer, you panically look around, and for a brief moment, your eyes lock onto an outcropping of rocks that kind of bend over a dune.
I'm beelining for the rocks.
All right, you make your way to the rocks, and as you arrive just maybe a few seconds, and all of a sudden, the air around you is encompassed by sand spinning around and getting in your eyes. As you raise your hand to protect yourself, and you hunker down on the rocks. You do avoid most of the buffeting of the sand as you dive into the crevice. And
is it just this little crevice, or does it go deeper?
It does not go deeper. It is just a little crevice.
Damn it. Shit, I'm gonna try and hide. I'm gonna try and Captain America hide under my shield.
All right.
You know how he can pull his whole body behind his shield?
Yes.